Modeling, 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 modeling. We just have to give kids permission to have a period of silence go by when maybe they're not used to having a period of silence go by. I know for I have a nephew who's now in his 30s, who has Down syndrome and autism. And I remember in first grade, one of my graduate students went in to sort of see what was going on in the classroom and offer some advice. And she said, Michael needs a 10-second delay. Every time you give him a cue, just make yourself count to 10. I'm half Italian and I tend to just jump into it. And it's not helpful to him because then he's not able to process. And we also get into non-compliance. And that's not his point. His point is he's still processing the information. That doesn't mean he's not smart. He's processing it, trying to figure it out and then make some choices and decisions on his own. All of that is part of learning how to communicate. And again, I can't stress enough modeling. I also think it's really important if there are siblings to also allow the siblings to model because they're closer in age. And so the kids, the non-disabled friends will, recognize that and see, oh, I see what you do is you say this, or when he says that. I often found that when I was working directly with more families, I would often ask siblings, how do you know when your brother's mad? How do you know when your sister's mad? And they would often say things like, we were playing under the dining room table and I took his toy away and he got mad and hit me. And so when you begin to see that those are normal reactions to an action that's been taken in violation of the individual, it gives you a chance to kind of build those skills and recognize. I think a lot of people assume that not talking means not thinking, or not talking means not having an opinion. And yet every day kids express their opinions. I often will say that, children are not too delayed to, in fact, have opinions about things. It just might not look the same way or sound the same way as somebody else. But if you watch carefully and you watch body language and you watch the rejection that kids might give, you'll see that they're communicating. They're just maybe not communicating in a verbal way that they can do at this point.